We spend much of our lives running from responsibilities, from pain, from memories that haunt us, and, most importantly, from ourselves. This constant running is not always physical. Often, it is mental and emotional. We bury our feelings under endless distractions. We avoid silence because silence speaks truths we do not want to face. And we keep ourselves busy because stillness feels unbearable. Yet, this act of running is a form of self-betrayal. When we run from ourselves, we abandon the very core of who we are. The irony is that no matter how far we try to escape, we always bring ourselves along for the journey. The fear we seek to escape lives within us, not outside of us. And until we confront it, until we stop running, we will never know true freedom. This tendency to run stems from deeply ingrained patterns formed during childhood. As children, when we faced pain or rejection, we developed coping mechanisms to survive. Some of us learned to hide parts of ourselves that were not accepted. Others became perfectionists, believing that if we performed well enough, we would finally earn love and safety. Over time, these coping mechanisms became our identity. We forgot that they were merely strategies to endure pain. Now, as adults, these same strategies keep us trapped. We avoid difficult conversations, numb ourselves with technology, or chase achievements in hopes of filling an inner void. But nothing external can heal an internal wound. Until we are willing to stop running, we will continue to repeat these patterns endlessly. Silence is terrifying for many because it reveals the truth. When we are alone with ourselves, without distractions, we come face to face with the parts of us we have buried. The shame, fear, and grief resurface, and our instinct is to run from them again. But here lies the paradox. Healing only begins when we are willing to feel. Instead of resisting discomfort, we must lean into it. The emotions we avoid are not enemies. They are signals, guiding us toward the parts of ourselves that need love and attention. By turning inward and listening, we break the cycle of avoidance that keeps us stuck. Carl Jung once said, "What you resist, persists." The more we try to suppress our pain, the more power it gains over us. Running from ourselves does not make our wounds disappear. It only deepens them. Our shadow, the parts of us we reject, grows stronger the more we deny it. This is why many people feel as though they are living on autopilot, disconnected from their true selves. We become strangers to ourselves because we fear what we might find within. Yet, true freedom comes not from avoidance, but from integration. To integrate our shadow, we must first acknowledge it. This requires courage, because it means confronting the parts of ourselves we were taught to hide. Anger, insecurity, jealousy, fear, and shame. But these emotions are not inherently bad. They are human. Every person carries darkness within them. Pretending otherwise only perpetuates suffering. When we bring these hidden parts into the light, we reclaim our wholeness. We realize that we are not broken, we are simply human. The world around us constantly reinforces the idea that we must always be happy. Social media highlights curated moments of joy, success, and beauty, leading us to believe that struggle is abnormal. But life is not meant to be a constant state of happiness. Growth often emerges from discomfort. By running from pain, we also run from opportunities for transformation. The most profound lessons often come from the darkest moments. When we face our struggles head-on, we build resilience, wisdom, and compassion. This process of facing ourselves is not glamorous. It is messy, emotional, and at times overwhelming. But it is also liberating. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack for years, filled with unspoken pain and unresolved emotions. The weight becomes so familiar that you forget you are carrying it. Yet, the moment you finally sit down, open that backpack, and unpack its contents, you feel lighter. Facing yourself is like opening that backpack. Each emotion you allow yourself to feel is one less burden you carry. Self-reflection is a practice that requires patience. Start by creating intentional moments of stillness. Sit in silence, journal your thoughts, or meditate. Notice the emotions that arise without judgment. At first, this may feel uncomfortable, because you are used to running, but discomfort is a sign that you are entering unfamiliar territory. Stay with it. The emotions you feel are not here to harm you, they are here to guide you. As you begin this journey, you may uncover memories you have suppressed for years. Childhood wounds, moments of rejection, and feelings of inadequacy may resurface. This is not a sign of failure, it is a sign of healing. Healing is not about forgetting the past, it is about changing our relationship with it. When we allow ourselves to fully feel these emotions, we release their hold on us. They no longer control our thoughts and behaviors from the shadows. One of the most powerful steps in this journey is self-compassion. Many of us are far kinder to others than we are to ourselves. We speak to ourselves in ways we would never speak to a friend. But the wounded parts of us do not need more criticism. They need understanding. When you notice harsh self-talk, pause and ask yourself, would I speak this way to a child who is hurting? Most likely, the answer is no. Offer yourself the same kindness you would offer a loved one. This act of self-compassion rewires your brain. Studies show that self-compassion activates areas of the brain associated with emotional regulation and resilience. When you treat yourself with kindness, you create a safe internal environment for healing. Instead of running from your pain, you create space for it to be acknowledged and released. The truth is, we are all carrying pain. Every person you meet is fighting battles you cannot see. When you choose to stop running from yourself, you also develop empathy for others. You realize that pain is part of the human experience, and you are not alone. This shared humanity connects us. It reminds us that vulnerability is not weakness, it is strength. Vulnerability allows us to form deeper connections with others. Many people feel isolated because they hide their struggles, believing that others would reject them if they revealed their true selves. But authenticity attracts authenticity. When you open up about your own struggles, you create a safe space for others to do the same. This creates a ripple effect of healing not just for yourself, but for everyone you encounter. The journey of self-discovery is ongoing. There is no final destination where all pain disappears. Life will continue to challenge you, and you will continue to grow. But as you build a relationship with yourself, those challenges will no longer feel overwhelming. You will approach them with curiosity instead of fear. You will see them as opportunities to deepen your understanding of yourself and the world. Think of yourself as both the traveler and the mapmaker. As you navigate your inner world, you create a map that helps you understand your patterns, triggers, and desires. This map becomes a tool for conscious living. Instead of reacting impulsively to life's challenges, you respond with intention. You become the author of your own story, no longer controlled by unconscious fears. Stopping the cycle of running does not happen overnight. It requires commitment and courage. But every small step you take towards self-awareness brings you closer to freedom. Start with simple practices. Pause when you feel the urge to distract yourself. Take deep breaths when anxiety rises, and ask yourself, what am I running from right now? Bringing awareness to these moments is the first step toward transformation. Over time, you will begin to feel a shift. The emotions you once feared will lose their power. You will realize that pain is not permanent. It ebbs and flows like waves. By allowing yourself to feel it fully, you let it pass through you instead of getting stuck. This creates space for peace, clarity, and joy. Ultimately, stopping the cycle of running is an act of self-love. It is choosing to face yourself with honesty and compassion. It is saying, I am willing to meet all parts of myself, even the ones I've hidden. This willingness is what leads to true liberation, because when you stop running, you finally come home to yourself.